Hey, what's up? It's Joe. Welcome to my 5-Minute Friday for September 8th. So I just got back from a trip to Seattle. I was on the Joe Reese and DBT Roadshow. We did an event over at AWS's campus in Bellevue, Washington. Very nice place. A lot of people showed up, had a great time, great conversations. My talk, it was a bit more of a rant, as my talks often go. But I was addressing a lot of I think the immediate future of data engineering. And the big theme of this is boring is back. Boring is back and boring is good. What do I mean by boring? Well, now that tools have, I think, largely simplified and abstracted away a lot of the complexities, at least as it pertains to things like moving data from point A to B and storing it and querying it, in the traditional data warehousing sense. Talk more about that in a bit, but boring things are back. This means things like schema enforcement in the form of data contracts, or as DBT calls them, model contracts. Semantic layers, coming up with definitions of the business, data catalogs are seeing a resurgence. All of these things that I think several years ago were widely ignored, shunned to a large degree. They're back, and I think this is a good thing. Why are they coming back? Well, again, the simplification and abstraction of tooling allows data engineers to move up the value chain. You're no longer encumbered by low-level plumbing, all the stuff that we would do maybe 10, 15 years ago, right? I mean, so this forces you to, I think, adopt a couple paths. One is moving up the value chain, like I was saying, and that means adopting more, quote, enterprisey practices. And the other thread is really honing in on where you can apply, software engineering skills and high customization to solve core competencies. So I think we're definitely in somewhat of a golden age, so to speak, with respect to how we've been doing data for the past 20, 30 years. I think that whole process is becoming simple, and this also means that data engineers and data scientists can finally focus on, quote, adding value in ways that will move the needle. So, but what's next, right? I think that we're going to see new types of databases coming about. I had a good chat with Bob Muglia the other day. We got a podcast episode dropping soon. Bob was the CEO of Snowflake at one point, and one of the most storied veterans in the entire data industry. And his perspective is that there was going to be new classes of databases that start moving us beyond what we've been doing for the past 30, 40 years, namely SQL and relational databases and the way we sort of abstract data there. I think there's new ways of going about things. Graphs are going to make a big comeback. Got another episode dropping with One Cicada where we talk about how graphs are awesome and how graphs are they're finding a place now with large language models. And I think we're just at the very beginning of a new renaissance where we've largely solved, I say, a lot of the problems of data warehousing and again business intelligence, at least the technical problems. The implementation is a bit of a different story when it comes to solving business problems. But I think we're largely moving beyond that. Again, the modern data stack has made data boring, and that's a great thing. And this also means that we can set our sights on the next phase of data, which is incorporating machine learning. I guess it's now called AI. Knowledge graphs and just business modeling practices, incorporating these back into the fold. And I think you're going to see, us really achieving business value for the first time, because the business will be data and data will be the business. So anyway, that's a lot to unpack there. I think I covered a lot of ground in this, this 4.5 minute rant here. So anyway, next week I'm just hanging out in Salt Lake. I got a few podcasts, and I'm just recovering still from my trip to Australia last week, and kind of round trip, short trip to Seattle. Flying is jarring. If you think what I'm doing looks like fun, it is, but it's absolutely exhausting as well. But next week I'm going to London for Big Data London, so that's gonna be a lot of fun too. And if you happen to be in the London area, let's catch up over a few pints. And looking forward to it. So anyway, hope you all have a great weekend and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.